Hey guys, today I'm going to be looking at how did World War I start. Now, although you can trace its origins back to Napoleonic times and beyond, I'm going to start with the conclusion of the Franco-Prussian War in 1871. This war led to German unification and so a major economic and military powerhouse that has now upset the balance of power in Europe, as its new state was stronger than its neighbours. The new German nation was surrounded by potential enemies, with a recently embarrassed France, who'd lost Alsace-Lorraine in the Franco-Prussian War, and Russia, to the east, who wanted Polish territory, and was feeling threatened by the new and provenly strong German state. Germany had to look for allies to counter this, and to the south was Austria-Hungary, a fragile empire who was competing with Russia in the Balkans, and this led to the dual alliance in 1879. Italy, looking to expand its colonies, wanted allies to counter France and the UK in potential colonial disputes, so joining the Triple Alliance in 1882. Seeing this new central bloc of powers, and both feeling threatened, France and Russia made the Franco-Russian Alliance in 1894, and this was added to in 1904 with the Entente Cordiale, with Britain feeling increasingly threatened by Germany, especially navally. Britain signed the Anglo-Russian Entente in 1907, mainly over colonial issues, but this did finalise the two opposing sides of the conflict. In 1907, the political stage was set, and German military and economic advisors predicted that Russia would become too industrialized and hard to beat militarily by 1917, so needed an excuse to go to war in order to preserve its own existence. And this kind of came in 1905 and 1911 with Moroccan crises, which were colonial disputes where Germany ended up backing down due to diplomatic pressure. Another opportunity presented itself in 1908 with Austria-Hungary annexing Bosnia, and this led Russia to feeling threatened as it was losing influence in the Balkans. Serbia was Russia's only remaining satellite in the Balkans, which meant that Russia was willing to protect and back Serbia in order to preserve its own influence in the region. This policy was to be tested when a Bosnian Serb named Gavrilo Princip assassinated the Austro-Hungarian heir Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie on the 28th of July 1914 in Sarajevo, Bosnia. Princip was part of the Serbian-backed Black Hand Gang, so the blame for the assassination was put onto Serbia by Austria-Hungary. Germany then offered their ally the blank check, which means that Germany would back whatever course of action that Austria-Hungary would choose to take, even including a war with Serbia that could get Russia involved. So, Austria-Hungary imposed a list of impossible demands on Serbia, which were rejected, so war was declared, and the escalation of this currently Balkan conflict begins, with Serbia being Russia's satellite. Austria-Hungary declaring on Serbia meant Russia could be involved, however, Germany's backing of Austria-Hungary meant Germany would be involved. France, however, would also get involved, as Germany declaring on France's ally Russia, as well as a want for Alsace-Lorraine back, gave reason for France to support Russia, and Germany declared war on France on the 3rd of August in order to carry out the Schlieffen Plan. This consisted of German troops moving through Belgium and around the heavily fortified French-German border. However, Belgium's independence was guaranteed by Britain, so Germany invading Belgium brought Britain into the war on the 4th of August. Germany's whole war plan depended on Russia's slow mobilization, which would enable Germany to defeat the West, then head east to defeat the Russians, so avoiding a war on two fronts. So what does this all mean? Well, Germany's unification led to the position of power of France and Russia declining below Germany, so Germany was a major threat to both of the nations. With the creation of Germany, the balance of power in Europe had been upset, and it became likely a war would occur in order for all sides to protect their own interests in the shifting political landscape of Europe. And even Otto von Bismarck, the catalyst for German unification, predicted in the 1880s that a major European conflict would occur in the decades to come. Britain's own involvement in this upcoming conflict wasn't assured, and its alliances with France and Russia weren't trusted due to factors such as colonial disputes, and ultimately it would be Germany's violation of Belgian neutrality that would get Britain involved in the conflict. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.